When nothing can go wrong, it will. If you are a so-called nice guy, you will be screwed up in the worst possible way you can ever think of. You will be pulled down out of jealousy. Don't get surprised. It's normal. A bad phase of your life can start at any time. Most of the time, you have to swallow the pain and learn to grow up by yourself. Don't make one person the center of all your happiness. Don't make them the reason why you are happy, because once that person walks away from your life, you're left with nothing. Trust wisely and not blindly. Your friends' problems become your problems. The smaller your circle, the less bullshit you have to deal with. Never expect someone to catch you when you fall, even if you have caught many from falling. It's easier to get into a thing than out of it. Mostly, people will treat you according to their needs and greed. If someone says something and then says, "I am joking," he or she is always serious about that said thing. People only want to hear the good, not the bad. So if you have issues, it'll be hard to find people to confide in. Once you hurt someone, they're not likely to forget. They will always remember how much you've hurt them. One negligible action can have devastating consequences. If you do not make yourself indispensable, you will be unemployed soon. Hope for the best. Prepare for the worst. People want you to succeed, but not more than themselves. No is one of the most powerful words in existence. Don't be a people pleaser. You'll be alone in the most difficult times of your life. These times will make you wise, mature, and fearless. No matter how nice or respectful you are, some people will still talk bad about you behind your back. When you're working for someone else's dream, you sacrifice your own. No matter what good you do to people, they will only remember your mistakes. To reach somewhere, you need to leave something behind. It's best to leave things at the right time, otherwise, you are left with too many regrets and complaints. You may not realize this, but the people you love are your biggest weaknesses. What other people think of you is none of your business. Bad times are actually a boon because they wake you up to the good things you never paid attention to. If you are impatient, life will always be harder. Patience can do wonders. Trust is easy to build, but can be shattered in seconds. Worry doesn't take away tomorrow's troubles. It takes away today's peace. Don't be afraid to make a hard choice. The hard choices are the best you end up making. The more you spend clinging to the past, the less likely your future will be any brighter. Action is 10 times more valuable than reading and planning. Experience is the best teacher. There never exists a relationship without self-interest. In short, every one of us, for sure, is selfish. If you're not dating to marry, you're dating for heartbreak. Let that sink in and be in a serious relationship. Respect yourself, because people can see if you don't. If you don't clear your misunderstanding in time, they become the reason for distance forever. Anyone you love can die, anytime. Cherish them. Nothing is ever as easy as it seems. There is no better way to save yourself than saving money every day. Compound interest can do wonders. Good things do come to those who wait and suffer. It might take time and be a long and rough road, but it's completely and totally worth it. Whether it's a machine, a house, or a relationship, maintenance is always cheaper than repairing. Your respect at most places is directly proportional to your bank balance. We cry over people, but what about time? Time is also never going to come back. Time is everything, and one day it will define you. Things that will count: you, your health, and your achievements. You make the best decisions when in pain, because fear of experiencing the same pain again is the strongest motivator. At your life's darkest moments, you'll see the most clearly. The harder your past was, the more beautiful your future will be. You may not lead a comfortable life with a single source of income. You need to build others. Most of the stuff you worry about never happens. You attract what you are. You want to attract better? Become better. Just because you miss someone doesn't mean you need them back in your life. Missing is a part of getting over. Before you are old, attend as many funerals as you can bear and listen. Nobody talks about the departed's achievements. The only thing people will remember is what kind of person you were while you were achieving. Have at least one person in your life who gives you honest opinions. It is good to be generous, benign, and magnanimous, but there's a limit, or you'll be taken for granted. Holding on to things will always make you more stressed. Things won't happen in a certain way just because you want them to happen that way. Learn from what people do, not from what they tell you. Don't react in anger immediately. Wait for it to subside. What's said or done in anger is irreversible. Don't overshare. Privacy is power. Don't regret the past, because at that moment you did your best. See people for who they are, not who you need them to be. Never jump to conclusions. Be discerning and let people show you their true colors. Never overlook contempt. When someone views you with contempt and talks to you like you're beneath them, they will likely do you harm. Whether relationally, socially, or physically, remove that person from your life. Never lend money because you might lend it to friends for a few days, but retrieve it from fools for years. Never share your problems with friends before finding a solution, no matter how challenging it is. Don't show your weaknesses. People will enjoy the show. Don't be weak in front of them. Listen to the people who tell you what you don't want to hear. Self-pity is dangerous. Stay away from it. Just because you are going through hell right now doesn't mean you will never smile again. Pain is purely temporary. You spend all your health initially for wealth, and then you spend all your wealth for one day of good health. Holding grudges will never harm people you hate. Only you. Time defines you. You will not be defined well by anything other than time. Time is the most powerful force. How hard you fight, it will do what it wants to.